Well, good morning, everyone. It's good to be here at the Therapeutic Goods Administration. I learned as I arrived this morning that I'm indeed the first Prime Minister to have ever visited the TGA here in Canberra, and I suppose that's appropriate given the year that we've just had. This has been an extraordinary year of heroic and courageous sacrifice and incredibly hard work and professionalism by so many Australians. We often think of those on the front line of the pandemic, and rightly think of those working in our intensive care units, those attending directly to those who have had the most severe effects of the COVID-19 virus, those working in aged care and disability care. But I can tell you the front line of Australia's effort on the pandemic has also been right here at the Therapeutic Goods Administration. Over the course of this past year, they have been working night and day, literally. Whether it's been the testing of materials and equipment and medical equipment that has come in over the course of the pandemic, or indeed this most important task now over many months, both in preparing for the approval of the suite of vaccines that Australia has pulled together as part of our vaccination strategy, but then to go through the meticulous process of, once they've arrived, to ensure that those vaccines go through the appropriate batch testing and other tests to ensure that they can be distributed across the country safely, and so Australians can have that confidence. As Professor Murphy and I have said on so many occasions, the people who work in this building, they are the same people who ensure that the vaccines that our children take, that we take them along to each year, every day of the week, when Australians do that with their own families. These are the same people who test those vaccines to make sure your children are safe, to ensure that you are safe. And Professor Skerritt, who can't be with us here today, he heads up this incredible organisation, and that's why I think Australians have such confidence. And it was a great thrill for me this morning to go and thank all of those staff. It was a great thrill to be able to see, as you have been able to see as you've accompanied me this morning, to see all of the meticulous processes that have to be gone through, and that's all so essential to keeping Australians safe. And the good news is that over the course of just this week, starting last weekend, a further 414,000 AstraZeneca doses have been able to be secured, and they've arrived in Australia as of last Sunday. A further 149,000 Pfizer vaccines have also arrived yesterday. And that brings to a total of 1.3 million doses of both the AstraZeneca and the Pfizer vaccine here in the country. And yesterday we went past the mark where 100,000 of those have already been jabbed into the arms of Australians. And I'm pleased to say that a quarter of those vaccines have been administered to the most vulnerable of Australians in aged care facilities and those with disabilities. And so the vaccination program is underway. It's sure, it's steady, it's safe, it's well planned, and it's overseen by the best medical experts in the world. And so we welcome that development, and we look forward to continued rollout of the vaccine. As I said last Friday, we are now providing regular information, and that will increase as time goes on and those data channels become firmed up with the states and territories, and we can provide more information on how that vaccination program is rolling out. But that's certainly what it's doing, and Professor Murphy will speak a bit more about that in just a second.